All right. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us for tonight's team call. If you weren't as super Saturday, Sunday, there was a ton of announcements. I'll go through it really quickly. But in the Coach Online office and in the our coach email this week, I sent over the Super Saturday video, so you can watch it for yourself. So beach bars, obviously, you guys know that they are here. Use them, market them. So what I'm doing is on Instagram stories, I'm asking people if they want a free sample. I'm going to use it for our challenger prizes because everyone always wants that quick little snack, right? So if we can introduce them to people either by giving them a free sample or by giving our challengers a taste of it, people will get hooked. We were able to have one. I had it back in November, but I had it again on Super Sunday, and the peanut butter was delicious, and I would have had more if we were only limited to one. So that was a good thing. 2B Mindset, it is coming out May 2nd. So if you're not familiar with it, go to your Coach Online office. There's a video about it. But it's really dealing with the relationship that people have with food, the emotional connection they have with it. And you'll be seeing this, what they call now VIP early access. So everything will be eventually be put on Beachbody On Demand. I believe 2B Mindset is going to be a completely separate program people have to purchase. But for new programs like Lift 4, which is Joel's new program that's coming out July 16th, there is what's called a VIP early access. So if you want VIP early access, you have to purchase this package. You'll get access to it on July 16th. If you do not purchase this VIP early access, man, because they made that shorter, then you'll be able to access it, I think, in October. So eventually you'll get all the new programs, but if you want to access it early and kind of, on time with everybody else when it's being quote unquote released, there'll be different packages, just kind of like 80-day obsession, but they're going to be doing this VIP early access. Even for us, for coaches, we'll have to purchase that in order for us to do the new workouts as well. April 16th, I think you guys know, we have the team 80-day obsession group is starting. If you can't find that, just type search in the team page, Leia. Her name will pop up, and then you'll see the 80-day group that she opened. So add your people into that. If you sell 80-day Obsession Challenge Pack between now and April 23rd, you can get access into Autumn's coaching group. There is a Tony Robbins event in Philly I'll be going to on May 3rd. It's going to be 8 a.m. to 4:30 on Groupon. I missed out on this. I jumped on the board too soon, but on Groupon, I think they're half off now. So I think it's $45, whatever. Totally worth it to see anything Tony Robbins. Success Club for this month. If you help 3 people, you can get one of these cool t-shirts. But if you're going to Summit and you want to get invited to the Success Club party, you need to earn Success Club 20 in combination between March and April. So say you hit Success Club in March, you need to hit it again in April, and it needs to be a collective of 20 Success Club points together. Obviously, Summit is June 21st to the 24th. Start making plans now. It's going to creep up on us quickly. So if you're on the fence of going or not, obviously go. But, airline tickets, all that stuff, hotels, they're going to start going pretty quickly. And if you want to be into the team group for that, if you are going to Summit and you're not in the separate page for that, let us know and we can add you in. And then last announcement is the Summit Guide selection is now available. Just go to coachsummit.com, and then under the agenda tab, you'll see that. So what's going to happen, and we'll do a whole separate call for everything Summit, so we won't bore those who are not going. You'll be able to pick what track you want to go to, because different tracks have different top coaches that are speaking. pretty much going to be the same topics, but it's just different coaches talking about those. Usually we do pick one track as a team together, but if you feel like another track might be better for you, it's your business. You need to kind of make that business decision of what's going to give you the best experience, because yes, Summit is fun. It's a great time to be together, but you're also there to grow your business as well. So make sure you check that out. All right, I'm done for announcements. We have Leia kicking us off and doing the call. Woo! So grab some, I just dropped the glass. So just grab your pen, paper, pencil, whatever. I'm going to stop talking, and Leia, you're on.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm excited to do tonight's call with you guys. So what we're going to be talking about tonight is really honing into your customer and or your coach avatar or profile, or kind of like the ideal person that you're looking for. So to give you a little bit of a background and explain what that means a little bit more to you if you are a newer coach. Let me just change my screen settings here. Can everybody see me? Okay. All right. So if you are a newer coach, right? When you are sharing posts on Facebook, when you are sharing your social media, you want to be sharing your story, right? We talk about that all the time. We want to be sharing bits and pieces of your story and inviting people to that. But in addition to that, you really want to try to hone into and get very specific on the type of people that you want to work with, the type of people that are maybe like you. You may already be on a team. Like maybe just look in for a minute and look at your coach, or the people, if you have a team, the people that are under your team. Or if you don't have a team yet, maybe you have a few customers. Look at those people and look to see if you have similarities, because I would venture to guess that you already have a lot of similarities between you and your team, or you and the people that you're working with, or your upline, because when you're sharing bits and pieces of your story, you're sharing things in an emotional way that are pain points or pleasure points or different things that connect you with people that are like you, right? So you may be already doing this unconsciously and not even thinking through and putting the pieces together on why this is important. But what we're going to do tonight is really hone in and talk about that, because there's a saying that, if you speak to everybody, you speak to no one, right? So let me give you an example what that means. I'm a mom. I'm 35. I have 3 kids. I'm married. I struggled with anxiety before my journey. Fitness is like, I like fitness a lot. I don't wake up every day super excited to work out, but I also really like being physically fit and strong, right? I like food, but I'm also super disciplined and I can eat the same thing every day. Me, that type of person with my background, right? I generally, I'm going to be able to help someone that's kind of more like me, right? Because their journey is similar to mine. Am I going to be able to help someone that maybe has never had a weight problem? Maybe they've struggled with eating disorders, or binge eating, or body image, issues, or someone that has 100 pounds to lose, right? All of those people need our help, but I am going to be best capable of helping someone that maybe has only 20 pounds to lose, or that's a mom, or that works and is trying to balance their time, or that had some type of anxiety issues, and that these things helped me, right? Because that's my journey. And so when I talk about my journey and sharing, those types of people are going to be attracted to you. But you want to also make sure that you are talking about the specific things. And if you don't know yet exactly what your story is or what it is that makes you unique as a coach or the type of people that you want to work with, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start today by doing an exercise. You can choose tonight whether you want to focus on a customer or a coach. You make that choice, but we'll go through the activity and then I will upload a document in the team page later on that you can always go back to and do it again for the opposite. But I would suggest that if you're really right now a brand new coach, do it for a customer, right? If you have been doing this for a while and you're really looking to expand your team, then do this activity for a coach. What I'm going to be doing is basically just kind of talking a little bit about what the ideal avatar is, going through a couple topics, and then I'm going to basically just go through questions, right? And so you're going to think about these questions, and then you're going to write down, based on the question, what your, based on your avatar or your ideal coach or your ideal customer, you're going to answer the questions. All right. So this activity, this workshop, I actually got from a training that I did. It's not Beachbody related, but very specifically working to identify your ideal client avatar. So just to go a little bit more business oriented into explaining why this is important, right? When you are sharing on social media and when you are talking about your journey and the programs, you want to know exactly who it is you're trying to help, right? This person that you are trying to help, what are their challenges? Why does he or she need your help? And you need to be able to answer those things when you're talking in your posts. What is this person's pain and pleasure points? Everything that we do in life, every decision that we make is based on something that is painful or pleasurable, right? It's basic psychology. We make decisions because we like things or we don't like them. So the same thing applies to people when they're deciding to make a health and fitness decision or they want to become a coach. They make these decisions because something is so painful. They gained so much weight. They have so little energy. It's so painful. Or, I don't know, the opposite. They fell so deeply in love with the process, the transformation, the person that they became that now they want to be a coach, right? That's a pleasurable decision. That's pushing them to make that decision. So we want to identify what your ideal client, customer, coach, avatar, pain and pleasure points are. And in addition to those, determining what are their objections, right? This is, if you're in the Leadership Academy, this is kind of like your fears, but even going more into like a customer, like what is, this person going to think that they can't do this or that this is not a good fit for them or why they can't be a coach. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start by just going through some questions. All right. So what is, so this is defining your ideal client or coach. What is this person's age or phase of life they are in? So it's been recommended to me that you have an age range of like no more than 10 years, like kind of like cumulative. So like for me, I'm 35. So my ideal range would be somewhere between like 26 and 36. That's kind of like my my range, right? Or 27 and 37. Just that those people most identify you. What is their gender? Is your ideal client females only, males and females, males only? Where does this person live? Do they like to live in a city, a suburb? Do they like to travel? And I'm kind of like doing this with you so I know how much time to do. So if you guys need more time, just tell me. All right. What is their marital status? Do they have children? You can be very specific too, like they're married with 3 kids, or you could say just married, no kids, or they're a dog mom, or whatever. Or you could say married, 1 to 3 kids, whatever is applicable to you. Okay, what is their current income or their dream income, or both? What is their career or job? And this can be very specific, like if you're a teacher, you may identify with being other teachers, or it could be like just stay-at-home mom, corporate working mom, I don't know, other things. What is their education level? Okay. Now this is getting a little bit more into like the person's likes and dislikes. So where do they like to shop? And this, you should be very specific. Like, what are the specific places that they like to shop? Are we recording? Oh yeah, okay. Just want to double check. All right. What is their favorite people to follow on social media? It could also be like or specific either people or like sites or like pages, like things that that are interesting to them. It could also be like they just love Pinterest or they love Amazon Prime. What are their favorite TV shows or movies? Where do they currently receive their fitness or nutrition information? Do they order like, healthy magazines, or do they like to read books? Do they like to surf the internet or go to certain websites? Or do they not pay attention to it at all? What are their favorite books or podcasts? Or do they hate reading? What are their hobbies? Or what do they wish they had more time for?
Girl.
Do they have any favorite sports? Where do they like to travel? Do they have specific spending habits? Just scrolling through some of these. How much free time do they have? What is their schedule like?
Next week. I did not fart.
You hear my kids talking about farting.
I did not.
Oh my god. Oh, if only my husband knew that everyone could hear him right now. They're on a conference FaceTime with their grandpa talking about egg farts. Oh. All right. What is their health and fitness goals? Or if this is a coach, it could be like, what are their financial goals?
Coca-Cola. shirt ever. Oh, did you? Yeah, these t-shirts at Kohl's are like $9.
When it comes to this person's health, fitness, or wellness, when it comes to her health, fitness, and wellness, what does your dream client want more than anything in the world? Try to think about the exact words they would use.
Can you repeat that one?
Sure. When it comes to her health, fitness, or wellness, what does your dream client want more than anything in the world? Use the exact language. So try to think of exactly what they want, but in like the words that they would use.
Love you. Bye.
What does your client see when they look at themselves in the mirror? What do they want to see? How would you describe their personality? Okay, this is a really good one. Your ideal customer is lying in bed looking up at the ceiling. What are they thinking about? What is keeping them up at night? This is called the up at night test. So what are their pain points? What is keeping them from not being able to sleep? If they don't take action on working with you today, what is the consequences? How will it impact their life? What does this person value? Family, success, money, health? Okay, so now that we've kind of like talked through a lot of different things about this person and some of their pain points, looking at this, what problems do you help them solve? Your dream client is Googling answers to solve her pain points and finds answers. What are they Googling? Like how to, or Okay. So the last part of this activity is going to be, I'll upload this document. There's actually 2 activities. We're not going to do the second activity right now. The second activity, I'll read it just so you guys can do it at another point. But it's saying, here's a little activity to help you get into character. It's important to really dissect their past, understand what motivates them. This applies to online marketing, your content, sales, copy, products. This will be built around their pain, pleasure points, struggles, desires, and motivations. Think of this as an autobiography. Create a name, write out their childhood, family, relationships, big dreams, scariest moments, what is happening in all areas of their life. So it's kind of like thinking of this person and like creating like a little story about them. But the activity we're going to do is writing a diary entry from this person. So now that we know your client's emotional struggles, their goals, needs, and fears, I want you to write a journal entry in the first person as if you were them. They are getting into bed. It's been a challenging day. What are their innermost thoughts? All right, that's all I got for you guys. Thought that was a fun activity. I actually never did that final excerpt activity, and it was weird. It kind of like brought me back to like flashbacks of the olden days. Is anybody so another cool activity to do after this is to actually create a graphic. I don't know if I can find mine. I have one somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. But you could go to Canva or PicMonkey, and you can actually create an image. Like, so actually go out and like find an image of a random person that kind of like looks like you or this person and name them, and then just kind of like put characteristic traits like all around them. And another cool thing to do also kind of is like really, this is just an elaboration of what we're doing. We did this activity in the Leadership Academy, but to also, before making a post and before you're going to invite for the day, like really sit and thinking about like this person, what are their needs? How are you going to help them? What are their pain and pleasure points? And you thinking about that when you're creating a post, or before you're going to go make send a bunch of messages out, like who is this person that you're trying to help? And even not only just talking about like this specific person, but what do you want this person to be like? So we did a little activity in the Leadership Academy, and it was like, what is your ideal customer like? And creating like, what is that person? So for example, this is mine. My ideal customer is so excited for change. They're ready to fully commit 100% to their journey. They will fall in love with Shakeology, the programs, and the groups. They will fall in love with the person that they will become. They want to pay it forward. They will trust me completely and take my advice to help. They will post in the group and engage regularly. They will love Shakeology and all the other products and order them every single month. They will be inspired to share their journey and will refer friends and family to join them. So kind of taking a couple minutes, Lisa Hanson talked about this in the training, and I absolutely love this, is really like taking a couple minutes before you do message people and like reminding yourself, like, these are the type of people that you want to work with, versus just searching anybody. You want to work with the people that are like exactly like that you want to work with. And when you set that intention and you put that energy out, and when you focus on the type of person that it is and constantly look at this avatar and the person that you want to work with, those people will become, you'll start to talk to them, and also you'll attract them more to you. So that's that. Does anybody have any questions or want to share a little part of their avatar? I know we're about 50 minutes up.
I'll hop in and say I've done my avatar like a million times, and it always changes. And then even today, like some of the questions I had to stop and kind of like really think about it. For example, like I always think about like when I first started, who was I? I was shy. I didn't like posting on social media. So that's like my first instinct is to write that. And I'm like, nah, like I don't want that. Sorry. Like I don't want the person I used to be. Like I want the person I am now. So I almost have to like really stop and think like, all right, like I'm talking to the person in my posts that already has that somewhat confidence. Not that they have to be completely like Tony Robbins style, but you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, doing this, even if you've done it a million times, is definitely going to give you some great insight to what you are looking for.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that. Like when I think the first time I ever did this was maybe like, I don't know, a year or so ago. And at that point, like I was like mostly completely like recruiting for customers. So like my avatar was like 100% like me back in the day. And then like I was changing though. And like, as I've done this, I've probably done this 3 times since. And that I have to stop to think. And I'm like, no, but like the person, my avatar is not me then now. It's like, there's parts of that, but my avatar is now evolved. So you'll notice that like as you continue to change yourself and you see your business growing and the type of people that you want to bring into your business. So encourage you to definitely like continually do this. One of the mastermind groups I was in, she says she does this one call. It was like a elite push call. And she said she does this like every 2 months. Like she just makes sure that she does the activity constantly because she's constantly changing. And so also that she's constantly aware of like the people that she's attracting into her life. You're supposed to be good.
And what's also good too is everything that you wrote down when you're making your post, whether it's for a challenge group post or a coach opportunity post, you can use these qualities and saying, I'm looking for this type of person who is motivated, who wants to make a change, who blah, 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 blah. So you can like use this in your post and list it and be upfront with people like, this is what I'm looking for. Like if you meet those criteria, you would make a great coach on my team. You would make a great challenger on my team.
Yeah, absolutely. Like when I'm doing my posts, I like to always like highlight certain things like about my avatar. Like my avatar loves shopping at Target. My avatar loves like Amazon Prime. Like I like to just put in things, you know, or my avatar has like a crazy life and is always like going crazy with her kids. Like, so I talk about those things. So just like your avatar, talking about those things because those are going to attract those kind of people to you. My avatar loves headbands. That's what my husband just said. My avatar does love headbands, and a lot of my coaches too.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And mine like to not wash their hair.
Yeah, likes to be dirty all day long.
They don't have time to shower.
Or just happens to not take showers whether they like it or not.
Awesome. Thanks, Leia. This was great info and a good call to just kind of go back to time and again if you need to. And you should need to. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.
Night.